Hidden human superpowers. You didn't know existed. Pain without pain. SCNs 9A. You think pain is unavoidable. For a tiny number of people, pain doesn't exist. Not high pain tolerance, not bravery, nothing. A mutation in a gene called SCN9A switches off the nerve channel that normally screams something is wrong. Break a bone, no pain. Touch a hot stove, nothing. Sounds like the greatest superpower imaginable. It isn't. Pain isn't your enemy. It's your alarm system. Children born with this mutation often bite through their own tongues, walk on broken feet, or suffer serious injuries without ever realizing it. The thing most of us spend our lives trying to avoid is also the thing quietly keeping us alive every single day. Sleeping less. Imagine getting 4 hours of sleep, pambri, and waking up completely refreshed. No coffee, no naps, no exhaustion. A tiny mutation in a gene called DEC2 lets a handful of people naturally function on far less sleep than everyone else. While the rest of us accumulate sleep debt, their brains simply don't. Scientists call them natural short sleepers. Here's the catch. Most people who think they're one of them aren't. They're just sleep deprived. Real short sleepers don't feel tired. They don't perform worse. Their bodies genuinely need less time to recharge. For almost everyone else, trying to copy them is like trying to survive on half the oxygen. Bones that almost never break. LRP5. Some people have bones so dense, doctors discover it by accident. A mutation in a gene called LRP5 causes the body to keep building bone long after it normally would. The result? Bones that are dramatically stronger than average. Car crashes, falls, heavy impacts. Sometimes they walk away with injuries that would fracture someone else's skeleton. Sounds incredible. Until you remember, bones aren't supposed to grow forever. Too much bone can compress nerves, reduce flexibility, and create problems surgeons struggle to fix. The mutation that makes your skeleton nearly unbreakable can also slowly trap the body inside itself. Never feeling drunk. ALDH2. Most people blame alcohol for the hangover. Some people's genes stop the problem before it even starts. Others make it dramatically worse. A gene called ALDH2 helps break down toxic chemicals created when alcohol enters your body. If the enzyme works well, your body clears them quickly. If it doesn't, your face turns bright red. Your heart races, you feel sick after just a few drinks. Millions of people, especially across East Asia, carry this variant. Here's the twist. That uncomfortable reaction isn't your body failing. It's your body warning you that alcohol is staying toxic much longer than normal. The flush is an embarrassment. It's biology waving a giant red flag. Extraordinary. Night vision. Ever wondered why some people seem to move effortlessly in the dark? Part of it comes down to how many rod cells their eyes have. Rod cells specialize in seeing in low light. Some people naturally have more efficient night vision than others. To them, moonlight reveals details everyone else misses. The catch, rod cells don't detect color very well. The better your eyes become at seeing in darkness, the less colorful the world becomes. Sometimes nature makes you choose between brightness and beauty. Fingerprints. That never existed. Most people leave fingerprints everywhere. Some people never had any. It's an incredibly rare condition called adermatoglyphia. Their fingertips are completely smooth, no loops, no whorls, no ridges. It sounds like something out of a spy movie, until they try crossing a border. Modern security systems often depend on fingerprints. These people can spend hours proving they're really themselves. The world's rarest passport problem wasn't created by criminals. It was written into their DNA before they were born. Naturally, high oxygen, EPAS1. High mountains should make breathing harder. For most people, they do. But Tibetans evolved something remarkable. A variation in a gene called EPAS1 helps their bodies use oxygen far more efficiently at extreme altitude. Where visitors struggle to walk, locals can work, run, and live normally. Scientists believe this adaptation evolved astonishingly fast. In evolutionary terms, only yesterday, the mountain didn't become easier. The people changed instead. Perfect pitch. Play, a random note. Some people can tell you exactly what it is. No instrument, no reference, just hearing it once. It's called perfect pitch. Researchers believe both genetics and early childhood shape the ability. It sounds like every musician's dream. But many people who have it describe something unexpected. Music that's even slightly out of tune becomes impossible to ignore. The gift that lets you hear perfection also makes every mistake impossible to unhear. Blue eyes came from one person. Blue eyes look incredibly different, but genetically, they're surprisingly similar. Scientists believe every naturally blue-eyed person alive today traces this trait back to a single ancient mutation that appeared thousands of years ago. One person, one tiny change in DNA. Today, hundreds of millions of people carry that same genetic signature. Every pair of blue eyes on Earth might be distant echoes of one stranger history forgot. Fast healing. Some people recover from injuries unbelievably quickly. Cuts close faster. Bruises disappear sooner. Bones heal more efficiently. Scientists are still uncovering the genes involved, but wound healing depends on hundreds of tiny genetic differences working together. Here's the surprising part. Healing isn't just about growing new tissue. It's about knowing exactly when to stop. Heal too slowly and injuries linger. Heal too aggressively and scars keep growing. Sometimes the difference between repair and damage is simply knowing when enough is enough. Your DNA isn't a blueprint. It's more like a collection of tiny edits. Some make you stronger. Some make life harder. Some quietly protect you from dangers you'll never even notice. And somewhere on Earth, there's probably someone carrying a mutation so rare that science hasn't even given it a nickname yet.